All right, my fabulous chemistry faithful. Today we're going to get into naming covalent compounds in video number 9. The naming structure is very different for covalent compounds. So we need to be able to differentiate again, is it ionic or is it covalent? And then we need to use the proper techniques. And for whatever reason, many students get this wrong on the test for my unit test. So I need you to focus and get this kind of thing straight. So the naming structure starts out just like ionics. I name the first nonmetal, then I name the second nonmetal ending in "ide." So that part is very similar to naming the first metal and then the nonmetal ending in "ide." But here's the thing. Here I need to now tell you about how many of each atoms there are. So I'm going to deal with prefixes for covalent bonds, not for ionics. So both nonmetals get a prefix telling me how many of each there are. There's one exception to that rule. I will never use mono on the first nonmetal. That first name will never get mono, and we'll see that when we do some practice. So first thing we need to get straightened out is what are the actual prefixes, and here they are. Mono is 1, di is 2, tri is 3, 4 is tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, octa. And bad news, guess what? These are not in the reference tables. You have to memorize them. Sorry about your luck. Mono, di, and tri shouldn't be too far away from what we can fathom. Penta, we should be good with 5. And I'm guessing octa, we're good with 6. So that really only leaves 3 of them that we need to make sure we know that we wouldn't normally know walking in. Okay, good. So let's try a few. First one is carbon, and then there's one oxygen, so oxygen becomes oxide. One of them is monoxide, and note, I do not put mono on the carbon because that is the rule. So I never say monocarbon monoxide. And this is one you've heard before. You've heard of carbon monoxide, and this is where it gets its name. Like I just name the nonmetal followed by the other nonmetal ending in "ide," but I have to have a prefix on them. The only exception is I never put mono on that first because that would be very redundant to say monocarbon monoxide. It'd just be too much. So again, another one, carbon, but this time it's dioxide, and I think you've heard of this too. This is carbon dioxide, 1 carbon, 2 oxygens, and again, no mono on that first nonmetal. Just say carbon monoxide. To say monocarbon is redundant. Now here's one where we get a prefix on the first nonmetal, but I do still need that prefix on the second one also to let me know that there's just one. Dihydrogen monoxide. 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen, dihydrogen monoxide. Common word for that is water. Technical term, dihydrogen monoxide. 2 phosphoruses is diphosphorus. 3 oxygens is going to be trioxide. Okay, that's it. It's that simple. And then we just have to use all the different prefixes that I listed for you. I don't have solid English rules. As you guys know, I can't spell very well, about where I drop letters. But I need the O in oxide to let me know it's oxide, so I wouldn't drop it. I need the I to let me know it's tri. But in something like tetra, it might be tetroxide or tetraoxide. Either way, I'm going to let that slide where there's a little bit of a, right? So you use your best judgment. Use what sounds the best to you, but make sure that if you need that letter there to let me know what it is or to let somebody else know what it is, that it's there. Okay, now we're going to go backwards. I'm going to go from the name back into the formula, and we're just going to use those naming rules. So I see carbon. I never put mono there, so it's just 1. And then I see tetrachloride. Well, that looks like chlorine to me. The chlorine became chloride. Tetra means there's 4 of them. So now this one goes backwards and forwards very easily. Life is good. I see nitrogen, and it doesn't have any prefix, so it's just 1 of them. Trihydride. This is going to be hydrogen turning into hydride. Tri is 3 of them. So this is commonly known as ammonia. And I'm sure most of us have smelled how smelly ammonia is and how kind of caustic it is. It's very powerful stuff. Sulfur difluoride. So sulfur, 1 of them. It doesn't say mono again, remember, just 1. And then difluoride is fluorine, but there's 2 of them. So difluorine. Done. See, this goes forwards, this goes backwards. Do some practice. We got this straight. You just got to remember that this is the one that goes with covalent molecules, and don't do this for ionics. Dinitrogen. So I'm going to start with nitrogen, but di means I need 2. And then trioxide. I've done this before. So this is oxygen with the 3 of them. Trioxide. Now we can go forwards and backwards with naming covalent compounds. Now we just need some more practice. And with that,